Hello everyone, welcome back to another stream. Hope you're all doing fantastic as always. We're back for the final leg of the Infinite Flight World Tour and we're joined by Jason and Cam. It's been a while since we've had guests on a stream, but hey ho, we're back and it's going to be a nice one. We're looking at a relatively short flight today over to London Heathrow for the final leg. Should be around 40 minutes at the very most, which is nice and short, and it's a great opportunity for you to join in and have some fun across all servers. So without further ado, the airplane's more or less ready to go. We're not going to stall for too long. We'll get in the air, we'll answer questions, and of course, with Cam and Jason being here, that opens up the opportunity for them to, of course, answer questions as well, whilst I'm concentrating on the taxi and takeoff, for example, which I could never usually do, questions-wise. So, welcome, guys. What's going on? What's going on, Cam? What's going on, Jason?
Hey.
Good to have you back.
Been a rather quiet day, quite uneventful, you know.
Is it really?
No. How are you doing, Dan? You ready for the stream?
I'm doing good, yeah. I'm in a very chill, nice mood. I'm feeling ready.
Nice.
I'm feeling ready to end the world tour. 11 weeks and 42 flights later.
Yes, congratulations.
Yeah.
Well done.
And congratulations to everybody who's actually joined on every leg of the world tour as well. Although we can't see if you have joined on every leg, give yourself a pat on the back if you have, because it's really cool. You've seen different corners of the world and you're literally landing right back from where you started. And that's the cool thing. That's the achievement, and it's pretty nice to say. So I'm going to very quickly say some hellos in the chat before we push back. We've got Matty, Jamie, Theo. Who else have we got? JWB, welcome back to the stream. Good to see you here. Anshul, good to see you. I think you got the Nitro sub yesterday. Jason, Cam, for reference. Yesterday in Discord, I just randomly purchased a few Nitro subscriptions. Just dropped them in the chat out of nowhere, and saw who would grab them. And I think Anshul was one of them. So that was a fun little game to play. Jinko, welcome back to the stream. Aviation 25, what's going on? Right, with that being said, I'm not going to say hello to everyone because we will be here forever, but it's great to see that we have 100 viewers. Hopefully the social posts have encouraged you to come and join us today. And Cam, hopefully the servers cope?
So far, it looks good.
Good.
No, well, for context, we've been you've probably seen that we've been doing some work on the multiplayer servers the past few weeks, and there's been a few bugs that we've been addressing. And we pushed an update to all of the servers this morning, including Expert, just to fix a few final issues. And so far, there's a couple of things that we're taking note of and trying to improve, but so far things are working, which is making me feel very nervous.
And when Dan's flying, can we get into that a little bit?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Hopefully we don't need to get into it due to issues today.
Right now,
That's great.
I'm going to just troll my friend Kylie over on Twitter here a little bit because she is not a 757 fan.
Wow. Speaking of which, are you a 757 fan? Cam, Jason?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool plane.
I don't think it's a
Yeah.
nice plane. I don't know why I'm asking that actually, because Cam, you always fly it.
It's a little
Nice.
long in the front half, but I think it's a beautiful. Put it this way, I would rather look at a 757 any day over an A330.
Oh yeah, I agree. 330.
Little controversial, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. I'll have people mad at me for sure in the chat, but it's okay.
I just like the infinite flight livery, Dan. It's just very convenient, and that plane accelerates like crazy. So
It's like a
very good
rocket.
for testing. It's so much fun.
Well, it's exactly why we chose it for the World Tour, because it's allowed us to shoot off of the tiniest runways and squeeze into the smallest of places, whilst also flying an aircraft that gives us that range, which is nice. Although it can be difficult to fly at first and land, once you master it, it's a really, really nice plane to fly.
Definitely. And I think, especially, I know it's a bit talking about ourselves here, but I really like the model that we've done it for the flight. I really like the glass instruments.
100%.
So Dan,
Yeah.
again, congratulations on the World Tour setup and
Thank you.
and for completing it. And
Yeah.
this is the auspicious last flight.
It is. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. It's been an absolute blast, and I hope everybody's enjoyed it as much as I have. I know it's been a little bit difficult. The thing is, we've tried to spice it up with the timings of each flight alongside my personal schedule, and of course different time zones as well. Tried our very best to cater for everybody, but hopefully you guys who have been joining this event has found that helpful as well. Hopefully you've been able to join. Hopefully you haven't found the times too inconvenient. Just note that has been the #1 priority to make it as accessible as possible. The difficult thing is, I think one of the most difficult flights was the flight from, I think it was Auckland to Honolulu. That was quite a long one, but because it was a long flight, it was really difficult to sort of schedule it in terms of time zones, because some people would be landing at like 3 a.m. or something like that. So that was quite a struggle, but we managed, and we come up with a pretty decent time frame to do it in. So
Nice.
Yeah, it's tough when we have to do events at a global scale like this. But
Oh, yeah.
I think it's been a pretty good job.
I've got the distance warning going off because the 757 literally nearly took out the flight deck. Yeah.
Yep. Oh. Yikes.
Let's calibrate real quick.
I'm just chatting with Sundown in the chat. Ham, I think yeah, that chat with Leah and Skylar still goes down as one of the funniest, the best laughs of my life, I think. Like,
I feel bad still thinking about it. It felt like something out of a horror story.
yes, it was horrible, but because I think it was Leah got on TripAdvisor or something and started reading the reviews, and we knew that they were staying at this hotel. It was so bad. Who was it? It wasn't even a like a chain, was it?
No, it was an independent hotel.
Yeah. Holy cow, it was brutal.
𝗠𝗘𝗠𝗦𝗛 is back with another 50 membership gifts.
What's going on?
Wow,
They're insane.
very kind.
Very, very
Oh,
kind.
oh,
That's like the third stream
cool.
now.
Butter Zero, just like making it rain in the chat.
Yeah. Yeah, quite literally.
But yeah, like I remember a couple of laughs that made me cry and made my guts hurt, and that was one of them. And I'll be forever grateful for such a fun time at the Mount.
No, that was a fun event.
That was also a time where I was like, wow, I can't believe this is my job. Good times.
Oh, was it the talking with the people, or was it the little drink tokens we had?
I mean, it was a combination of everything.
Yeah.
I was abroad. I was, doing what I love. I was hanging out with some really fun people.
It was definitely a highlight as well for me. I really enjoyed it.
Amazing. And our team, we don't get to see each other very much, so we were able to be together. That's where I met Seb. So. Oh, speaking of getting together, Pam and Dan, we're going to be together in 3 months.
Yes.
It's hard to believe it's 3 months. Yeah.
Super excited for that. It's always a nice feeling. And it's a vibe. Absolute vibe. Last time it was in Oshkosh, it was just amazing. It was an absolute blast.
Yeah.
I mean,
and so for those who are maybe unaware, Skylar, you are actually going to be there? No way.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
And are you coming? Oh, he says maybe.
Well, Skylar, you're welcome anytime. And Asher, we're expecting you at FS Expo. That's our.
Maybe too. No way. Leah, are you actually?
Really?
No, not Friedrichshafen. We're not actually going there now. Friedrichshafen was a maybe, but it's not, unfortunately. Sorry, Leah. It's not happening. No, this is Flight Sim Expo, which is in Houston, Texas. And we'll be there at the end of June. June 21st to 23rd or 22nd.
I think it's 22nd, I want to say.
Yeah, anyway, it's, you go flightsimexpo.com, get your tickets. It is probably going to actually sell out this year. They've jam-packed the Lone Star Flight Museum with vendors, exhibitors. Everybody from our new friends at Yaman Flight, who are making the Yaman Aero, which is a gamepad that will work with Infinite Flight. I've used it. It will work out of the box with Android. But you do have to plug it in, so we'll recommend maybe 1 or 2 third-party like adapters, I guess you would.
Yeah,
third-party method.
Apps that can connect it up for you. Yeah.
Yeah. So they'll be there, and then all the way to all your VR and flight sim favorites, all the way to like Flying Magazine will be there for the first time, I think. So definitely get tickets and come to Houston if you can. Cam and Dan and I will be there, along with Tyler and Philippe and Laura. So
should be good. No, I'm looking forward to it. Like, we've not done a Flight Sim Expo like this in quite a few years, since before the pandemic, so it'll be nice to see that community again.
First timer here.
Yeah. Oh, Dan, you've not been to
I've never been.
Flight Sim Expo. Well,
Nope. I've seen it. I've seen the stuff that Infinite Flight did back in the day on social media around Flight Sim Expo. Always thought it looked cool, but I've never been, so now's my chance.
that'd be good fun.
And the coolest part is I'm doing it with you guys on behalf of Infinite Flight, so there we go.
Leah, are we coming to the UK? I don't think so, unfortunately, but Dan is thinking about another meetup. Not in the UK, though. I don't think we're saying anything about that yet, but
Yeah.
stay tuned for more info on that.
No promises, but we will see. It's the thoughts there,
Yeah.
and we'll see where it goes.
We'll see.
Okay, cool. We did the one in Heathrow. Leo was there as well,
Yeah.
so she knows what to expect.
While we're waiting, and just because we're gonna have to say this a few times, Concord 1602 would like to know where the update is. Do you want to make just a very simple comment on that?
Yeah, I've been looking all week. I can't find it anywhere. It's really hidden.
Nice.
Yes, so the update, hopefully within the next week or two. We've had a little bit of a few delays coming here with this because we're working on some bigger technical improvements and bigger features that won't quite be ready for 23.1. But we're going to still release a small update which has got some new content, some bug fixes, and some improvements. So hopefully keep everything going. And or we can say we're going to have a very exciting year. Was that Jason?
Airports, over 200 airports too. So for those of you waiting for airports, you're going to get a big chunk of new ones.
That's a lot of airports, yeah.
Big shout out to our scenery editing team because these guys work tirelessly, honestly. I pop into the Discord quite often just to see what's going on and see how people are getting on with the editor. And it's just crazy, especially just looking at the numbers all the time. So well done, guys, and thank you.
And it requires skill and a lot of time as well. Building airports isn't exactly very easy. And I praise everyone who does them, especially the big ones. Because they're hard, they're really difficult, and I can say that for myself with Chicago O'Hare, which has just very much been a whip for a long time, and I've struggled to find the time for it. Now, fortunately, we have Wilson CV, who's working on the finishing touches. So hopefully, no promises, fingers crossed, we can get that to you by 23.2.
Nice.
And thanks to Gonzo for gifting more memberships.
Oh yeah, nice. I didn't see that.
Cheers. They would also like to know what the departure is, Dan.
Oh, Paris Charles de Gaulle to London Heathrow on the expert server this stream specifically.
Do you have a procedure loaded?
What's that? Sorry.
Do you have a procedure loaded?
I do. The Opal 5 Alpha.
Sorry for making you say that.
I hate pronouncing it. Some of them are just really weird, but some pilots, they just pronounce them so fluently, and I just think, how? Like, it doesn't sound right. I used to love listening to that on the ATIS.
They fly them all the time.
Yeah, that's very true, actually. Then we've got the Alice 1 Hotel Star. Goalt
Cuts says RFS is stealing IF player base. When is IF getting volumetric clouds? First of all, no, they're not. And second, we will. Philippe and Kevin are working on that, but it's not going to be. So in some other sims, possibly one that's already been mentioned, they look really cool. But if you notice, they're cool in certain situations. Once like the sunset doesn't affect how the clouds look. So the Cam could do a better job at explaining this than me. But here's my layman interpretation. The sun isn't reacting with the particles in the air properly, but ours will. So that'll affect things like reflections and how the clouds look and everything. So when they're out, they will be out properly.
Yeah, we've always liked to go all the way in terms of implementation. So like our atmosphere, for example, our atmospheric model we added with global. We didn't just add a bunch of regions that we chunked together when we did global. We built a full planetary model with proper lighting and everything. Had to take some shortcuts at the time with lighting because we were running on mobile devices, but as they're getting more and more powerful, we are finding better and more efficient ways of doing things. So honestly, it'll be an exciting time coming forward, so just watch this space.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cool things under the hood.
Indeed, indeed.
And it's hard as well for us as developers because we can show off all this stuff we've worked on for weeks, but in the end there's no visual change, but there is a lot of potential for visual changes and a lot of things that we can add as a result of this. And it's it's a challenge for us as well to convey to other people on the team as well that this will open the doors for many other things. Maybe right now it looks a bit weird when we share some pictures of like graphics debugging tools or like our bad shader, for example, but things are in the works.
Struggling to get airborne here.
That's all right. There's so much to say.
Yeah.
Questions
Lots of
about
questions to
changing
answer.
the non-pro regions. Non-pro stuff is not going to get more abundant in the future. Just put it that way.
Contacting Paris Center on 128.0. Private
Next.
Now's the perfect opportunity to throw as many questions as you can in the chat. We love questions. It's always fun to see what you all come up with. So feel free to fire them away within reason, of course. Lee's Aviation in the chat. What's up? What's going on, Lee?
Hey, Lee. Nice to see a lot of familiar names in the chat here. This is, I see why you enjoy this, Dan. It's nice.
Yeah. It's
Will
nice. It's a
the
good vibe.
Challenger feature a 3D model of Deer Crusher in the cockpit? I don't think so.
We've invited Deer Crusher to come and hang out with us a few times. We just need him in the same room so that we can 3D scan him like we did with Moritz. Maybe possible.
What's the next aircraft after the Challenger 350? That will be the A380. Yeah, unless there's a soft rework before that of something, but we don't have anything to announce about that.
Our artists are working on the 380 now, so it should be on its way.
Super excited for that one. I think that'll be my favorite aircraft. It's just
I'm
nice.
just looking forward to the events on launch day, which will just have hundreds of A380s.
Yeah, or when we do a wacky racing.
Oh,
Loop the
gosh.
loop for that thing. That'll be a sight and a half.
It's a must, really.
That'll make a good TikTok.
Oh yeah.
So Keeps asking about the away icon in the app. If you have more questions about this, like throw it in our forum and we can chat about it. But the away icon shows if you select your aircraft in the map, there's kind of like a little status that will come in the sidebar that says active or away. That's basically what the other players see. It's all automatic, so if you just leave your device in autopilot for a certain period of time, which I can't remember, it detects that you're not at your device hand flying it, so it puts it as away. So it's fairly behind the scenes.
I always get that question, like, how do you set the away button? There isn't one. It just happens when you're inactive.
No, but it's a good point. Maybe it's something we should add in like the status menu at the top right, say like if you're active or you're away, so that you can kind of see what other people see.
Yeah.
No, good point. Thanks for the
Dan,
question.
this flight is boring.
Say that again?
This flight is boring so far.
It's not even a flight. We might as well drive to London at this rate. Quick.
This is why people say take the Eurostar.
Get the rental. Let's go.
Yeah.
It'll be
What are you,
nice when we
third
get
in line
airborne.
right now?
What's up?
Are you third in line?
Yeah, and we've also got a lot of other aircraft holding short, a little bit further along as well. I was hoping to squeeze in, but I can't really do that. There's an aircraft right in front of me, so we're just having to hold short at the moment, wait for our turn. It's quite busy, so I mean, it's expected anyway. Cam, also, question whilst we're here, or Jason, event hours have participated. It's been pretty nice, been relatively consistent. Of course, at the start of the World Tour, everyone was super excited. There was like hundreds of attendees. Then it sort of dipped, but then stayed at a nice steady level, which was nice to see. And it seems like people really enjoyed this event. So maybe in the future we can do a part 2 featuring every Infinite Flight aircraft in the Infinite Flight fleet, for example. Then we can fly to smaller airports and bigger airports, and longer routes and shorter routes. Make it a bit more diverse next time if we do it.
Or you have a KC-10 flying, and then you have a few F-18s just doing it all in one go at Mark 2.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
That's the only thing. It takes a long time. I mean, 11 weeks. It's been great, but it's quite a while.
No, it's been fun to see. I've been using, a few people sent me their replay files from the first event, because that was when we just launched we launched the expert beta server at the time then, and we were trying out the capacity, and there were issues then. And these were things that had been in the code for a long time, but because of a change of architecture and a change of how we do things, they became a little bit more evident than what we expected. So I've been looking at the first event from the World Tour for many days now, just like seeing, like finding optimizations and throwing a ton of traffic at the server. So no, it's cool.
It's been great for that. It was funny for the start. Cam was like, yeah, just test it out, see how it goes, see if the server holds. Like, yeah, sure, no worries. Spawned in and it just it just went. I was like, oh Cam, quick, save me. The event's starting, the stream's starting, what do I do?
I still remember it was like a Saturday afternoon, and like, I think we had a friend of ours over for coffee or something, and like, you have to excuse me, I've got to get my laptop out.
yeah. There's always a surprise. And that was that one. Oh, aircraft doing some funky things. It's always funny to see. Saying that, Cam, to be honest with you, when the server has gone a bit wild sometimes on the casual server, it's made for some great videos. Some really great videos.
I believe that. Yeah.
Planes doing things that they shouldn't be doing. It's definitely worked a bit of magic there. But no, good job. You know, absolutely acing it recently. You put a lot of time and dedication into getting this stuff running smoothly.
Thanks.
Hopefully it holds up.
Been a journey, definitely, let's put it that way.
Blood, sweat and tears.
Yes. Gonzo just mentioned the landing gear glitch. If that's the one on the multiplayer server, it was fixed this morning, so they're wild.
Someone in the chat named Maddie keeps asking if we can add the pull feature on the tug. The pull feature exists in development mode, so it's a thing, but I can't remember, Cam, why we didn't implement it. It wasn't as simple as just adding it because it created some issues.
I think it was more so like to do with ATC as well, and not being able to request a pull to a specific stand or whatnot. That was one of the showstoppers at the time for us. I'm sure there were a few other technical reasons as well that I don't really know about. That's not my field. But Cam, if you have more to elaborate on that.
It was mostly to do with ATC and just making sure that we don't currently sync the ground service equipment as well, so it would be a bit weird when you would see an aircraft being pulled forward at 3 to 5 knots, and it's missing a little bit of context for that to be done properly. Yeah. So we're getting to a stage now where we're working on like the overhaul of the servers. We talked about like, the next step will be adding synchronizations of bits in the airport too. So that would definitely be something we can revisit at some point. But yeah.
It'd be a nice touch when the time comes, when it's ready. I mean, I've shown it. I mean, it's pretty obvious to see because I'm on a dev mode. When I start up a stream and I hit pushback, you can see the pull buttons. That's sparked a few questions, but I've explained it to the best of my ability along the way. But yeah, you can guess the primary function for the pull feature. It's just not here and it's not ready yet, especially of ATC. So, but at least it's there. That's one thing to tell yourself.
Yeah, it's like with everything. We have a lot of dev features there. A lot of the time we are doing just research and development. We're testing to see what works as well. And sometimes there are features that don't make the final cut because they're not quite ready with how the rest of the kind of the product is at the time. So we try and find a nice kind of like middle ground so that it works. And then one day it will be a nice surprise when you get that feature too.
Definitely. A320 Flyerboy 19, welcome to Superfan. Good to have you here. Enjoy your channel member perks. Speaking of which, to those channel members watching the stream right now, just very quickly, for Superfan specifically, we offer private group flights. Keep your eyes peeled on the community tab of our YouTube channel and your emails, because I believe you also get an email every time we post one of those. But when we post the member-only flight details, you won't actually get a notification. You'll have to either check your emails or have a look for yourself on that community tab. We usually do that at the beginning of every month, around the first week of every month. So just keep your eyes peeled on that, because if you're interested in, of course, using your perks and joining us on private flights, then that's where you'll find it.
Yeah.
How's it so busy? It's because it's the final flight, the one that everyone wants to join. I've been bleeped so many times by this distance thing. Screams at me.
Need to maintain more distance.
I know. I'm
People
bad
like
at that.
man.
What's that?
People like to be close to you.
Yeah, APU sniffing at its finest. Yes. I actually saw a question up in the chat a little while back, maybe 5-10 minutes ago, regarding the new Emirates A380 livery. Sure, take. I personally like it. I think it's nice. Was it needed? I don't think so. It was nice as it was, but I personally think it's a nice tweak. It looks modern, and I'm excited to see it in real life.
I agree with that assessment. It's like kind of like it wasn't broke. Why'd you fix it? But they didn't. I don't think they ruined it.
No, definitely not. I think it stands out a lot more, if I'm honest.
Enough of a tweak to make it look a little bit more modern and fresh, but
That's it, yeah. Without going overkill.
Dan and Cam, can you please look at our Discord chat? Just a quick question for you there.
Yeah. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just lining up.
Oh yeah.
they're our cockpit.
You focus on that, please.
About to take off. If you could, Cam, are you able to? Is it something that I need to take a look at as well, or?
Oh, there's really no.
You're flying, Dan.
Sweet, let's go then.
Take us
Finally.
to London.
We're off to London. Finally. Alright,
Thank you,
why not?
ATC.
What's that?
Thank you to ATC as always.
Oh yeah, definitely. ATC do a brilliant job, especially
Legend.
throughout the world tour. They've done fantastically, and even when we haven't really announced that there's going to be, for example, on the earlier flights, there's less of a time frame to sort of get yourself ready for a world tour route, and ATC have still been there. They've done a brilliant job. So thank you all very much for making it a great success along the way.
Yeah, thank you to ATC for bearing all the mod server issues as well. Been having them help us out too, with figuring some of these out, and it was great. They're great, honestly.
Gamer
It's insane.
Rich the Gamer is asking if your destination is Nairobi.
No.
Turn left when he takes off. We'll see in a few seconds.
Heathrow, here we come.
Last takeoff.
The last takeoff, yeah.
And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone.
Oh, now.
Beautiful.
Should I do a wing wave? Let's do it.
Yeah.
Go on.
A bit wobbly, but there we go. I'll just do 2. And away we go. There's been a couple of occasions on the world tour where I've done vertical takeoffs and whatnot to salute to the places that we've left. There we go. Over to center. Nicely done. Now the autopilot's doing all of the magic and we don't really have to do anything, which is brilliant. Favourite part, how we can talk again. Oh, right, okay, without overspeeding, damn it. Oh, that always happens. Every time. It's either when I'm climbing out or when I'm going through 10,000 feet, I'm always overspeeding. Because I don't concentrate, because I'm too busy looking at the chat at some points. Aircraft 3 miles ahead. Be careful for them. I don't want to receive a VIO.
Still such a queue as well. Now
Chris
Chris
said,
behind you.
why do Infinite Flight not give much attention to Airbus aircraft? I feel like we do. There's currently an A380 being reworked. We had the 330s.
We have the 320, which at the time it was released, no other sim had.
That's true.
I think we've done lots of Airbus action. I'm biased, I guess, maybe, but feel free to correct us in the chat.
Nothing changed after the World Tour. Dan is still overspeeding every flight. I know, I'm sorry. Bad habit.
Alonso's saying that we're more favourable to Boeing, or could be considered to be more favourable to Boeing. I honestly don't see this. This isn't really something that I think we actively think about much, whether we favour one or the other. We just choose what we think is appropriate for the event.
Yeah, Dan, why did you pick the 7.5? I don't think it's because you liked it the best.
Yeah, it's a good question, and I can quite happily answer that one again. It's solely because of, again, like the versatility of the aircraft. It has long-range capabilities, it has immense power, it can stop very fast, its reverse thrusts do magic, and it allowed us to squeeze into the smaller airports, because it's similar to A321, it's not too much bigger than a 321, so it allowed us to squeeze into the smaller airports along the World Tour as well, without the worry of course, taking up too much space or not being able to fit in certain gates. So with all of that combined, the distance that it could cover, the power, its speeds, and all of the other factors, it just made the perfect fit really for the World Tour. And of course, I understand that some of you don't like the 757. It would have been nicer if we maybe could have used different infinite flight aircraft, which I totally understand. The main idea of the infinite flight World Tour was to take your just one single aircraft, your very own 757, and fly it around the entire world to give yourself that sense of achievement that you've taken this one plane literally everywhere with you. But like I say, if we ever do a World Tour 2, we'll be sure to include like the TBM, the A318. We'll switch it up so that we can fly into all sorts of airports as well in different sort of continents to keep things nice and diverse, and to switch things up so it doesn't get boring.
There you go. We have our internal debates about which planes are better and why. But it doesn't affect. I mean, we stay unbiased in terms of one. I mean, I think if our team had our way, there'd be a whole lot more GA aircraft in the sim than big old airliners. But you know, we have to give the people what they want.
Yep.
There you go.
You saying you don't like big old airliners? What is this? It's honestly a balance. Like, I spend most of my time testing in the F-18 because it's just so fun.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a cool aircraft.
Nem Air is wondering what our personal favorite aircraft are.
You can
Cam,
start.
do you want?
Go for it, Jason. You start.
And that same person in the chat is saying, please no in regards to GA aircraft. I mean, I'm gonna pick GA because I think it's just a lot more fun. It's a lot more realistic for me because I'm never going to be an airliner pilot. And so yeah, I think what would I like to see? Maybe this is more interesting. What would you like to see that isn't currently in the sim? So my airplane that I like the best in Infinite Flight is probably this might sound so silly, but the 172, because I've flown one and I can fly one, and I think it's just fun. Something fast for me. I'm really excited about the Challenger because I think that's going to probably be my go-to for flying a jet. But what we don't have, I'd really like to see a King Air.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Twin prop would be nice. That's a category we're sorely missing, I think.
Yeah.
King Air, PC-12. Pretty cool planes.
What about you, Dan? Favorite airplane in sim, favorite one we don't have?
Favorite airplane in the Sims so far, I think I would still have to say it's the 777-200ER, specifically the BA livery. I think it's nice. I like the engines. It's a pretty nice plane. It's lovely to fly. In terms of what we don't have and what I would like to see, I've never flown one in real life, but I would love to see a Piper. Personally, I would really like to see a Piper. Like, I love Cessnas, they're cool. When you're flying around, you can see beneath the wings and you can do a bit of sightseeing, but I feel like you can't go wrong with a Piper. It's a proper small plane. Like, you can't go wrong with it. It's nice. They look cool. The cockpits are nice. I'd love to see it. Cam, what about you?
It's a solid shout for me. I really like the 747-400, which isn't really flown much anymore these days. It would be nice to see a nice model of that in Infinite Flight someday, but my favourite plane in the sim now really varies. I don't think I have a fixed favourite one. It's normally whatever's new of a certain category, so I like using the E190 and the F-18 now quite a lot, but for different things. I like the 757, as you said before, so yeah, it depends.
I think the 757 is great for cartwheels, personally.
That's definitely what it was designed to do.
Donuts. Cam's like, hey, I'm just testing out some server stuff. See as a perfect opportunity to go in and just troll.
Well, yeah, like, what was it? Like, last week I did an update, and then the next second I look behind me and Dan's just doing... I don't even know how to describe it.
Stunts.
Yes, put it that way.
It's great. It's great fun.
I'm adding a poll.
Nice, let's do it. We've also got 10 minutes till the top of descent, so like I say, nice and quick. It's quick, but it makes up for the time that we were on the ground.
Yeah, there we go. It's a nice way of looking at it.
So before we get to TOD then, and while people answer this poll, Cameron, can you just give us a brief rundown of what's been going on? You've been working on our server, our live servers a lot. So what's up? How's it going? Why were you working on them?
Sure. So, as you know, Infinite Flight's been around for many years now. We've just continuously been developing and adding new features and improving the simulator. It gets to a point though where some of our older code as well, we need to maintain it, especially bits like on our server, which so many people use daily and so many people are constantly doing long-haul flights, or like our dedicated controllers are grinding away operations there all the time. It gets to a point where if you wanted to add more features and kind of improve stability, there's a bit more that needs to be done. So we spent some time changing our infrastructure to match all of our other server infrastructure that we had been doing over the past few years. And we noticed a lot of people have been picking up lots of random issues that some people have experienced over the years, but with the change of the server have become a little bit more noticeable. So things like disconnections, things not synchronizing properly, and just it just required essentially going back to basics and redoing a lot of kind of like how we process the data internally to streamline it, and a lot of work with testers as well to get data from users, so we can kind of see as well where the pain points lie for specific people, because working with a multiplayer system like this, which has got so many players connected at once from all over the world, literally, with people that are on good Wi-Fi connections, people that are on terrible cellular in the middle of the field in India, you can connect to Infinite Flight, and we need to provide a good experience for everyone, and that's really where some of the complexity comes about. But we're on a good track now, so there's still a few snagging issues I think that we'd like to address, but it should open the door to some new multiplayer related features going forward.
Okay, thanks, Cam.
Thank you and everyone for dealing with this the past few weeks.
Got my podcast question asker voice on.
Perfect.
Yeah, so okay, we're gonna show Dan. When do you want to show? I've got two things I want to show people today.
Give me a moment to, if you'd like to send the other one over, I can then go ahead and configure that, and then transition onto the screen when we need to.
So one of them we're actually going to share at an existing airport, but it's a new livery.
I just made it pop up on Discord, but there we go.
What?
Oopsie!
No one saw that.
No one saw it. It didn't happen. Anyway,
Exactly.
we still showed a full thing.
For crying out loud, Dan.
I know. I'm I make mistakes sometimes.
It's
It was a
okay.
good mistake though. It was a sneak peek.
Well, we're gonna show it anyway, so whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let me just get the proper context here. Oh, okay, so Deer Crushers is going to share a new airport that's coming out in 23.1, probably later tonight, once he's done his, he's doing a flight for work, and then when he's done that, he's going to share it with the livery that we're going to show on this stream. So we're kind of doing this in conjunction with the airport editing team. And if you don't follow, what is that on Instagram? I'm
not too sure off the top of my head.
Let me get that. So in case you guys don't know, you can follow the Infinite Flight airport editing team has their own Instagram, and they share a lot of works in progress.
At Infinite Flight Airports.
At Infinite Flight Airports, there you go. Follow that because you're gonna see lots of cool stuff there. Ooh, look at that!
There we go.
Look at that chicken. Does anyone know what company that is?
Look at that chicken. Did you say?
Yeah, I was gonna say Chicken Airways.
Someone was at Pearson in Toronto, and they sent me a text with a photo of all the planes out on the ramp because they know I love airplanes, and they said, "Jay, look at all them chickens."
Oh.
It's kind of stuck with me. Has anyone even said who that jet belongs to yet? Oh yeah. Yes, it is NetJet.
Is it NetJets?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the new Emirates livery?
Yes.
I've not been keeping up.
That's the tail design.
Oh yeah, good point from Anshaw. Happy birthday to Deer Crusher as well.
Is it today?
Yeah, I
Hey.
think so. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Matt. He's not watching. He's flying somewhere.
This
get Wi-Fi up
this
there.
jet somewhere.
Yeah, he might be. He's flown that one, so pretty cool. Oh, this other pic that I'm about to send over is tasty looking.
What could it be?
What could it be? We'll see. I'll transition it as soon as possible.
Okay, stand by. Just have to get this exported here.
Are you sharing the full res in like Discord or social media?
I'm gonna share. Yeah, we'll put these on social media. All right, Dan, stand by.
To those who are asking if we're going to do a giveaway today, yes, we are. We'll do it once we are down. Once we've landed and put the parking brakes on, we'll go ahead and roll a giveaway. We'll do a 3-month subscription giveaway. And we will do... Jason, what should we do? Something to do with merchandise.
Oh, well, I mean, the t-shirt, the official t-shirt's the best seller, so why don't we just stick with that?
Cool, let's do that. Infinite Flight t-shirt and a 3-month sub.
Bazinga.
Ooh, that's a nice shot.
Not nice?
That's nice, yep. I'll go ahead and put it on the screen.
Hello.
We'll be descending literally in 1 minute. Where did that save to?
Oh, Joshua Nelson. Josh had a good question. He said, if you purchase a YouTube membership, does it actually support Infinite Flight? We actually pass 100% of the membership money to the AOPA and their You Can Fly program. So you'll be supporting. There's more info in the description of what that is, what that goes to. But it's created to help people get flying and to keep them flying. So it goes to support general aviation in the United States.
There we go. It's on the screen.
Ooh. Is it? Oh, yeah. That's beauty.
Imagine showing this to an Infinite Flight player about 2 and a bit years ago, or during the pandemic, when we didn't have buildings and power, where everything was completely different.
Yeah.
No clouds.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't feel like it if you're playing Infinite Flight every day, but there's a lot of progress I feel like that we're making, which is pretty cool. I like Clear's.
Yeah. You know what would be cool, Cam? We could push for this. A soft 208 rework would be with a new cockpit would be fantastic.
Yeah, definitely. I think the 208 is a really, really nice aeroplane.
It would be nice, but is it an A380?
No.
No, it isn't.
No, it would be cool, and especially now with our instrument system, because we've got a few of the core instruments built, like the G1000, which I think the C208 has. It would be quite nice to make that come to life and animate it. Just needs to go through our artist and give it a little bit of time, so who knows.
That'd be nice. Let's push for that. Ooh, Josh Nelson with the super fan. Thanks, Josh.
Awesome stuff.
Boom.
Enjoy your perks.
Thank you so much. Watch for Dan's member-only flight invites, and ping me on, if you're gonna do one, ping me on Twitter or something, and I'll come along if I can. Be fun.
Next one, the next post, I mean, it's not planned currently, so it's still a little bit out yet. But for those of you who are super fans, occasionally we open it up to all channel members, as we did with the previous one. But if you're a super fan, you'll gain access to private flights with staff. Keep your eyes peeled on the community tab at the end/start of every month. That's when we go ahead and post the next route on there with all of the details that you need to know. You just have to mark your calendar and set a reminder to be able to join that. Because I know that sometimes it's easy to forget. You see the post and then you forget when. And unfortunately, there's no way to actually set a reminder unless you pop it into your calendar. So just keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah. For anyone who, because we have lots more people here now than at the start, and if you didn't hear it, we will be at, the three of us, plus Laura, Philippe, and Tyler, will be at Flight Sim Expo at the end of June in Houston, Texas. So please come and see us. June 23rd to 25th is the actual dates. And on the Saturday evening, make sure you're there Saturday and Saturday night, because we will host an Infinite Flight community meetup where everybody's welcome, and you can come and get a free drink and say hi and give us a hug and all that. So please come out to that if you can. It's gonna be fun. And if you are coming, book your hotel now, because those are selling out.
Yeah.
I mean, Houston has lots of hotels, but you can get a really good deal by going to flightsimexpo.com.
Plane is Dan flying to Houston. Cam and I are flying together out there and back. We are on, I believe we're going out on a 777-300 ER and back on a 787.
To be honest.
Huh?
I lost track what plane it was.
Yeah, I think it's a 777-300 ER then on the way back, which is exciting. It's my first time on a Dreamliner. The 787-10. So we'll see.
Laura and I will actually be traveling together because she will already be in Ontario here having a visit with us.
Oh, cool.
And we're on the A220 there and back. Yeah. I'm excited. I've never been on one of those.
Will your friend Mike be flying it though? That's the question.
Mike in the front on Twitter, and I think Instagram. He's getting ready to do his line check any day now, as captain. And so, and he, in that time period, he said he's, what is it called? It's not called standby for pilots, it's called something else.
Reserve?
Kind of like, yeah, reserve, yeah. Well, like when they're on call. So he said there's actually a chance that he could grab that, which would be
That'd be
awesome.
cool.
Yeah. Gonzo says Dreamliner's crap.
Konzo has a lot of opinions, I think.
You're really
Strong opinions. Good. It's good to have opinions in this world.
Anything that I
seat.
can log on my flight radar, I'll take it.
Mine jump seat for like a bit. I don't think I'd want a whole flight in the jump seat. Apparently, they're not that comfortable.
No, I wouldn't like to do
That
that.
is straight up. No.
Ugh. Yeah, not good. And in some cases, you don't really have a window either, so it can be a bit boring.
I mean,
You
you've
do?
got the windscreen, right?
Yeah, I mean, you got the. Oh, you mean cockpit jump seat? I thought you meant cabin one. The cabin ones
Oh,
are the
no.
worst. Yeah, the cabin ones
Yeah.
are horrible. If you're on a 330, you just have the tiny little peephole of a window. The Dreamliner is apparently really nice to jump seat on because they have the windows are just massive on the Dreamliner. So apparently they're nice, but I can't imagine they're very comfortable.
And that's the worst thing as well. If you expect a jump seat and you're thinking, oh, I'm going to be in the cockpit, I'm going to see everything, and then they give you door 3A, 3L, whatever they call it, and you start facing a premium economy passenger for 12 hours.
Who has a lie flat or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dan, should I also go to Flight Sim Expo? I live in Houston. Yes. Is that a question? Come along.
All right, we're coming from the UK. You're at Unit Bike. Pop over.
You can
be
just
good to see everyone.
ride a bicycle when you're there.
Well, it's America. I don't know if you can do that. Texas. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. I would love to be proven wrong.
Gonzo's still saying that the Dreamliner is garbage.
Really has a hate on for the Dreamliner.
Mm-hmm.
So our poll is, I'm gonna just end the poll here because we've had 208 of you vote on it. So here are the results, and
Wow.
they're not surprising. I mean, this is why we have so many. You know, what did Max always used to call them? Trash haulers. Why we have so many passenger airliners? It's what the people want. You know.
Exactly.
GA.
I feel like it's-
military rated.
I feel like it's not just that as well. Like when some people say how you favoritize Airbus over Boeing, for example, you guys literally voted for the A380. That's not us favoritizing. You picked it, so it's
Literally picked it.
that's been the case for many aircraft. You know, with the polls and whatnot. Granted, some special surprises, but
What was the last aircraft we picked?
don't know.
Was it the
I don't
Challenger,
know.
actually?
I don't
Well, it's
remember
not.
Yeah, no, it would have been, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but technically it's not out yet, so...
Mm.
Yeah.
But I mean, I get to answer all the, well, answer/not answer the comments on social media. Like, nobody wants this. Like, well, the majority actually wanted it.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Social media is always great, though. Everyone's a lot more dramatic than it needs to be. It's the same issue with anything.
Comments gonna comment.
Just looking on live flight right now, all of the aircraft between Paris and London. There's quite a few.
You're still using Lifeline?
I'm a loyal customer.
Check out. Well, you should try. Have you seen Infinite Info recently?
I have, yeah, I've had a look at that. It's pretty nice. I like the app on iOS. It's pretty sleek.
No, it's nice to see more community members building apps like this, but Ethan's done a great job here. He sent me one of the first beta builds and it's come along great, so definitely check it out if you're on iOS and looking for a flight tracker.
100%.
It's free.
There's an F-18 getting a little too cozy with you there, Dan.
Yeah, I know. It's a
Cam,
common sight.
Cam, can you tell people where to find the app you were just talking about?
Yeah, it's on the App Store, and if you look in the third-party category on the forum, there's a bit of post up on there. I'll drop a link in the chat.
There you go. Drop a link in the chatteroo.
Turn right heading 270.
Okay.
Speedbird 504.
Can you drop the link in the? Oh yeah, you're on.
Yep. How many minutes out? JWB. We're currently 5 minutes out of Heathrow, providing we don't get any vectors.
Oh, that's actually really nice. I know you sent this to me already, Cam, but you know, life's busy.
Yeah.
Looks really nice. Do you know, are there some, we got to get them to stop using Comic Sans, but other than that,
Yeah.
do you know what would be a couple of really good features that we can point out here?
It's a native flight tracker for iOS that's maintained. Simply that is good enough, I'd say.
Yeah.
He's basically taken, I mean, for reference, I built Lifelight way back in the day, and I've not had any time to maintain it, unfortunately. But Ethan's come along, built a much more modern, responsive version. It's got all the stats for users individually. It's got full airport, runway, and taxiway charts based on inside the map directly, and you can search up specific aircraft and see it on a globe. It's really nice.
You know, Ethan, if you're listening, or if you catch wind of this, I would love to see somebody do a flight tracker that had Apple Watch integration.
Yeah.
Like something where I could say, this is my flight, it's on autopilot, and I can, you know, set an alert so that my watch goes, hey, you've got top of descent in 15 minutes.
That would be really cool.
That would be awesome. Or even, you know, notifications on my phone are great. I usually have my phone. But, you know.
Oh, Jason, if you were a loyal Lifelight fan, like you claimed to be during the flight cast days, I forgot that for a second. You would know that that Lifelight had that feature.
Did it have watch support?
Oh, it was a notification, so if your watch is paired, you'd get it on your watch as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, the thing is, I didn't have an Apple Watch back then, so.
Yeah, that's fine because I
Advantage of even farther than that, or further. To take that idea further, being able to make autopilot adjustments or something, you know, would be.
Lifelight also did that at one point. No, I tried it, and Avon actually tried this as well with. So he's also got a tracker app that he's built called Infinite X. I'll drop a link to that. That's a web one, which is why I didn't mention it before. And I remember he played about with this, but it's complicated because you're doing networking at scale. It's hard. So throw a link in the chat.
Hans was saying it's simple. Just don't set VNAV on ultra long hauls and go to sleep. Yeah, the thing is, I like to multitask and do flights while I work, and you know, I also work from home, so sometimes I have other distractions. But yeah, I wish it were that simple.
Right, I'm going to go sterile now, as I need to focus on the landing, the final landing of the Walter.
Good luck now.
To ensure that I land relatively smooth, I'm going to go into the HUD view, so that's where I do it best.
Same.
Jason, shall we be good passengers and clap when he lands?
No, don't.
Absolutely. I think you should land using the wingtip drone view.
Respectfully, on the last one, no. Maybe if it's a flash flight or something, but it's a moment to remember, and I don't want to crash in the process.
Yeah, fair enough.
Cool, I'm going over to tower.
Gonzo's sending you a reminder to put your gear down.
It's just a running joke at this point. It's gone on for so long.
Does it help?
I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll forget them today.
Oh.
Runway 27 right. Cleared for takeoff.
Thank you very much for the reminder, everyone.
Who needs
really
an app to give you announcements when you've got a YouTube comment section? See, John should add that to in-flight assistant. Take the YouTube comment section and turn it into like voices.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. The horror. Are you lined up with the correct runway, Dan?
I am, yeah, doing a parallel landing with Speedbird 504.
Are you cleared to land?
I am cleared to land today, yes.
Okay, if ATC asks you to go around, pull up and go around, for goodness sakes.
I will if there's no one on the runway. Someone on the runway. That happened like a little while back. I was like, go around, and I was like, why? Just curious.
Sterile cockpit, Dan.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Line up and wait runway 27 right. Line up and wait runway 27 right. Swiss 3003.
Pressure of 172 people watching.
And all those people in Hounslow down below being disturbed by your constant throttling.
Go around.
Yeah.
Make left traffic runway 27 left.
How many spotters do we have at Myrtle Avenue?
Sam 337.
Give me 2 seconds, I'll add 25 more, it says.
Whilst he's landing, how are the servers doing, Cam?
If you've noticed me, I'm constantly looking to my right. Yeah, so far it's been holding up okay. Everything I've expected to work has worked.
Yeah, that's great. Awesome. Sorry, Mark Mando, welcome, first officer. Thanks for the membership.
Welcome, Mark. See a Mandalorian or a fan of the Mandalorian?
Rolling around. Speedbird 504.
Gosh, I hope so. The last name like that.
504.
Sorry, he's probably heard that 5 million
Runway
times.
27 right.
200.
Roger. Speedbird 504. Speedbird 504. Contact Heathrow director on 120.4. Swiss 3003. Link 22010. Runway
comes.
27 right. Cleared for takeoff.
Now, Dan's probably already landed, but we're seeing it now.
On 120.4.
Here we go.
Speedbird 504.
There's the markers.
Turkish 49. Contact
A little long, but that was
127.
nice and smooth.
Contacting London Center on 127.0.
There we go.
November 219.
Nice.
Number 1.
It's the end of the world
That
tour. Lovely
That
stuff.
was beautiful.
That was a really nice landing. We'll watch that back in the replay.
Congratulations, Dan.
Until then, I need to vacate. Thank you very much.
Good job.
You did it.
You had the whole world, you could have stayed anywhere, but you decided to go back to the UK.
We need to start the next one from like LAX or something.
Yeah. French Polynesia, you know, somewhere nice.
Hilarious.
Start from the most random location possible.
All right.
There we go.
There we go. Lovely.
Lovely stuff.
It's almost like you've done that before.
Yeah, 42 other times. I'll park right back where I started if I can. Might be a little bit of a long taxi, we'll see. Not too long. And then, once we've parked up, we'll go ahead and do the giveaway. Jason, do you want to fire up Nightbot on your end, or would you like me to handle that?
Oh yeah, I can do it. I haven't
Nightbotted in ages. There we go. I've got a Discord notification. How did that happen? With streamer mode enabled.
Someone's found a way to hack the system.
Yeah.
Fire
up the APU.
Contact
Total flight time, that's actually relatively 10 minutes shorter than expected. 34 minutes.
Taxi to parking at your discretion.
Beat the train by 2 hours.
Yeah.
but now you're not in central London, so.
Yeah, that's
Top
true.
chatter today is Maddie. Congratulations, Maddie, for being a chatterbox today.
When do you see this?
In Nightbot.
Oh, okay. Congratulations.
Congrats, I guess.
Congrats.
Let's see, what other stats does it give us more? Logs. Oh, there's a chat log.
Jason just exploring new features.
Just explore, just looking around. Yeah,
That's me doing it.
I can see a lot of people were timed out for 5 seconds for spamming the clapping emoji.
Oh, it should be allowed.
It should be. Sorry about that, everyone. Alright, giveaways. So we're not going to do a keyword today because apparently the keyword feature's been acting up.
It's broken. It's officially broken.
We're going to do an active user
Within the last, and then you can choose the time frame how.
and a channel member. I'm going to set the channel members to get 2 times more luck
Okay,
than the average member because why not, right?
sure.
Regulars get no extra luck.
Mm-hmm.
And users within the past users active within the past 5 minutes are eligible to win. So say things right now if you want to be eligible.
Yeah. We're gonna have to rule out IF California. Can you just cross them out on the list? They think the streams have died down, so we'll take them off the list.
Oh yeah, sorry I have to. I mean, you're out. I will uncheck you. Kidding.
Everyone just typing now in chat. Chat rate just rapidly increases.
Yeah. We have 39 eligible users so far. Your odds of winning a t-shirt are good right now.
Dan, you should take all of this chat log, put it through some text-to-speech and put it on TikTok.
Could you
Great.
imagine?
I was going to suggest another way you could have done this competition was like that one time where you invited everyone to join a voice channel in your Discord server,
No.
and it was a symphony of noise. So you can maybe just try and see which user is the loudest and let them win. But this also works.
I joined that briefly. That sounded like my house at dinner time.
Oh, it was just nuts. It was so crazy. Everyone was talking at once. It was just morphed into one weird, monstrous voice.
It was something.
It was definitely something. Alright, we're about to park up.
You have flown a 757 around the world, Dan.
Yeah, pat on the back. That was pretty fun.
Awesome.
It's the last time I'm going to fly this plane now for a while.
Yeah. What's your next plane, do you think? What will you grab next?
What, for like the next official event?
I don't know. And whatever.
Next official event, I believe we're flying an A321.
Okay.
In terms of what I'm going to fly next, I have no clue. It probably will be the 321 for that event. I'll take a little bit of a break now until the next flash flight.
Okay.
Right, let's shut it down. There we go. Oh, welcome back to London, everyone. Literally from the same stand where it all started, when planes were doing crazy things.
Well,
Okay.
I will say thank you, Dan. You did a great job, and this was a successful event. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Really good to see.
Cam,
job.
thank you for the hard work that you put into the servers as well, because it's held up lovely. It's held up lovely this time around. Looking back, 11 weeks to when we were parked in this exact location. It's
Done something. So, thank you. Appreciate that. And
Very
thank you
nice.
everyone for giving me data to work with.
Yeah, and well done, Cam. That was I know you're probably not completely out of the woods, but that was a lot of work that you put into these servers.
Appreciate it.
And some cool stuff will come out of that. In addition to better functionality, we'll have eventually be able to see other people's ground service stuff and things like that, right?
Yeah. Some interesting stuff that I have planned, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. All right, you want to roll this thing, Dan, for a free Infinite Flight t-shirt?
Let's do it. Why not?
Let me say before we roll it, can you, whoever happens to win, can you please type your community, Infinite Flight community username into the chat so that we can connect, and I'll set you up with what you need. So here we go. You want to count it down, Dan?
Yeah, let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Roll it, Jason. Roll it.
Boom.
Medallion
Medallion
105.
Congratulations.
Medallion 105. Congratulations on a t-shirt.
T-shirts all yours. Jason, I'd like to mention, of course, like our most preferred method of contact would be, of course, the forum. Like, alternatively, if you don't have a forum account, if you have a Discord, if you're a member of our Discord and you have a Discord name with the numbers, then just send that over. We can try and get in touch on there as well. And alternatively, as a last resort, if you have an Instagram name, we can shoot you a message on the official Infinite Flight account and follow it through on there as well.
Okay, awesome. And Medallion 105 is saying woot, so they are here and listening. So, Medallion, if you can shoot us your, like Dan said, shoot us your community forum name in the chat. If you don't have one, the Infinite Flight Discord, and then lastly, failing both of those, your Instagram handle. Let's say something so we know that you're...
Yeah, so yeah, that's it. Otherwise, we'll have to re-roll.
That we know we have the right person.
Woot is their IFC username.
Infinite Flight t-shirt coming your way.
They're cool t-shirts.
I'm gonna say one more time before we finish today to if you are in the Houston area or can arrange travel to Houston in June, we'll be at Flight Sim Expo. You can get more info at flightsimexpo.com. Lots and lots going on there. It's going to be a really fun event, and you can come hang out with us Saturday night at the let me get this right.
Yeah.
It's the Marriott, right?
Yeah, I
It's
believe
the
so.
Marriott. There are many, so let me just point out that it is the Houston Marriott South on Saturday evening, and we'll post, of course, all of the details on our social medias. Lucas, we'll see you there.
Lucas will be there.
Nice.
Remind us who you are. Everyone sees our faces all the time, but we don't see yours necessarily. So make sure you come and say hello.
For me, that was a
Remember
really
Jason.
valuable part of Oshkosh, being able to put names to faces. I really enjoyed that. Being able to chat with everyone in person was great. Looking forward to doing it again.
Absolutely. Yes, Ken.
Jason promised hugs, so that's what I was going to say.
I'm a hugger. You can come.
Jason, did you get the forum name for the winner?
No, Medallion 105. We still need to know how to contact you to get you your t-shirt. Otherwise, we will not be able to give it to you. So drop a way to contact you in the chat, please. Without, don't drop your email in the chat. That'd be a bad idea.
I think YouTube filters that out anyway. Oh, they have replied apparently, Jason.
They have, but still not with the info that we need.
I can't see the name though, unless YouTube's. All I can see is Woot.
And then I think they were agreeing with, "I'll come from London if you promise hugs."
Oh, right.
Yeah, come on out. But
Joshua says he'll take it off your hands if not, so you know.
I'm gonna just
Very quickly, Medallion 105. You have won the giveaway. Please, could you provide us with your forum name? That would be greatly appreciated. That we can get in touch with you and send you out a free T-shirt, an Infinite Flight T-shirt from the IF merch store. Right, whilst we're waiting for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to momentarily pause the stream, switch over to the replay mode, and then we can watch the takeoff and landing, and also roll the second giveaway whilst doing so. So just stand by for literally probably about 10 seconds at the very most.
There we
So
go.
much XP I got.
Yeah, us.
511.
All right, I will try that. Us on forum.
You found it?
Yeah.
Lovely stuff. Captain Sus does exist on the IFC. That's great to hear.
Yeah.
Lucas said, when will I do some group flights with the staff since my membership is now Superfan? Lucas, thank you for the question. Look out for a community post or like the community tab on our YouTube channel at the end/beginning of each month. We'll go ahead and post the next flight details on there. I believe you'll get an email when we post on there anyway, but I would say from like the 28th to the 5th maybe, just keep your eyes peeled for a post there for a flight that will take place the following week.
Cool. And happy St. Patrick's Day to all.
Yes, absolutely. We were on the ground for more time than we were in the air. Nice.
Oh, big time. Wow. Holy smokes.
Let's have a look. I'm sure it's a nice takeoff.
Oscar Kilo Tango Echo X-ray Alpha November. Ready for departure at runway 27 left. Departing north.
Nice. Nicely done. Let's watch the landing then. The
Beautiful takeoff.
parallel landing,
Right.
the aircraft on the right. See if we can see them. They should just... No, maybe not. I think they had to do a go-around, actually, I believe. Yeah, they're going around there.
Going around. Speedbird 504. Speedbird 504.
Here we go then.
Roger. Make right traffic runway 27 right. Contacting London Center on 127.0. Turkish 49. November 21904. Number 1.
Nicely done.
Runway 27 right. Clear to land.
Oh.
Where are we?
was sticky.
Turkish 49. Contact London
And you
Center
can't
on
rewind it like that. I had
127.0. Contacting
flashbacks
London
to server
Center on
issues.
127.0. Turkish
Look at this.
49. November 21904.
Ooh.
Number 1.
Very nice.
Runway 27 right. Clear to land.
Nicely done. Awesome stuff. Right, Jason, should we roll with the final giveaway?
Yeah, what are we doing
if
now?
you've got, I believe you did get the name. 3-month subscription.
Alpha Victor Delta
Oh,
to
yeah.
Flight Pro.
When able, turn
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Contact
All right,
ground
get
taxi.
chatted up,
Swiss
y'all.
300.
New
Contact London Center on 127.0. Contacting London
again,
Center
channel
on
members have
127.0.
double the luck
Swiss
here.
300.
Double luck.
From it.
Dan,
This
can you
is-
please show your control settings? They're honestly... Sorry, Jason. What was that?
I was finishing the thought there. 3-month subscription. If you already have a subscription, this will just add 3 months.
Yep.
You're good.
Sorry, back to it. Gonzo, my control settings are normal. My sensitivity is normal. I haven't tweaked anything. I've just left it as it is forever. Rewind in those 15 seconds. Pause it there. How many entries do we have, Jason?
Roger. 504. Speed
Am I?
504. Contact Heathrow
28.
Director on
28.
120.
Let it roll for one more minute, and then we'll go ahead and see who the winner is.
Runway 27 right. Cleared for takeoff.
I'm curious to know, and please don't just say yes because you can say yes in the chat, but I'm curious to know who's actually completed the entire world tour by flying every single leg. I know that it's been difficult due to time zones, but of course the idea as well was to be able to fly this in your own time as well, if you couldn't join during event hours. curious to know. Matty apparently has. Well, congratulations if you have. Congratulations to everybody who's managed to complete the entire World Tour. And I'd just like to say thank you to those who have joined, regardless of how many legs they've joined. And of course, a massive thank you to IFATC. You're honestly all amazing, and you've done a brilliant job throughout. And it would have been an absolute mess, organised chaos without you. So pat on the back for that. Thank you very much.
Yes. Good.
Big time. The work the IFATC guys do is insane. If you just see the levels of traffic that they're dealing with, and it just doesn't click for me. So it's impressive.
Yeah.
Oh, Cam, you were here and at E190. I didn't notice that you were parked up.
Yeah. Of course, I was monitoring the server, making sure it was working.
Somebody asked, is that a drum set behind me? Yes. I'm a drummer. There's drums and guitars hanging on the wall.
A plane clock.
An airplane clock, and then a got my little M audio keyboard back there that I hook up to a device and practice what little I can do with keys.
You can see some questions in the chat regarding how you enter the giveaway. It's just based on your activity. So if you've been here for a certain amount of time, which I'm sure a lot of you have been. So if you have been here, or you just type, is it what one are you doing, Jason? The one where you just have to be active within 5 minutes, or the one where you have to just type anything, it will enter you?
So it's the same thing. If you're typing, that means you're active.
Activity. Cool. Yeah, so you just have to be active. You don't have to type a specific keyword for these two giveaways to be entered.
Yeah,
So
5 minutes.
cool. With that being said, should we roll it?
Just for fun, maybe people should type the word broccoli.
Broccoli.
Type the word broccoli to be entered.
I remember when we were doing a stream one time, and you said some sort of word, and everyone assumed that it was the keyword, and they were spamming something completely random, which we found hilarious at the time.
Yeah, what was that? I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
The word's not going to come to
It
me.
won't
but
come
yeah.
to mind, no, but it was funny because it was very random.
All right, we've got
broccoli's in the chat.
users here.
Cam, would you like to do the countdown this time?
Sure. Are we ready for the countdown?
Go for
Yeah,
it.
give her.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Boom.
The winner is
Robin.
Robin. Congratulations on winning 3 months to Infinite Flight Pro.
3 months, and thank you to everyone who participated.
Oh, everyone's just saying broccoli, broccoli.
So Robin, same drill as before. Please type your Infinite Flight community username into the chat so we can find you.
Yeah, I can see
And,
that here.
Yeah, they're here. LOL, I won.
Yes.
Yes, you did. You got 3 months for free. Infinite Flight Pro. Robin 3. Excellent. Thank you very much. I will reach out to you right now.
Lovely. Well, with that being said, would you two like to do your outros followed by me doing mine?
Yeah,
Sure. But Dan, since it was the last flight of the World Tour, shouldn't you be doing like a cabin crew announcement saying welcome to London and everything?
Well, Liv's not here, so she can't do that.
You should know. You've been with Liv enough now to know how to do this.
No thanks.
Okay. We're gonna get Regan on here again.
Regan's good at that.
Yeah. Well,
Regan says welcome to London.
I'll go off first and say thanks everyone for joining the stream, and well done to anyone that even flew a single leg of this, because it's a pretty cool thing to see you've flown part of flying around the world.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, good job Dan, and see everyone in the skies if the servers don't crash.
Awesome.
Yeah. Well, from me, don't forget, go to flightsimexpo.com. We would love to see you in Houston, Texas in 3 months' time. And congrats to Dan for a well-organized event. And thank you for all the effort that you've put in. Thank you to IFATC. And yeah, thanks for allowing us to come and talk some nonsense and have some fun today. So thanks
you.
everybody. Cheers.
Awesome stuff. Glad to have you here. On that note, I would just like to say a massive thank you to everybody who has joined the World Tour. As Cam mentioned, whether that's one leg or all of them, it's been a blast and I've enjoyed it. And I hope you've enjoyed it just as much as I have. The stats are pretty cool. We'll go ahead and share these. Jason, we might be able to do something maybe with social media, but we have numbers. We know how many people have attended this event, which is nice. So we can go ahead and share that at some point soon if we can figure something out. But yeah, on that note, I would just like to say thank you all for watching another stream, and thank you for tuning in to the final World Tour stream. Hopefully in the future, we can tell this is a popular event, so maybe in the future we can do a World Tour 2.0. That'll be great fun. But like Jason said, we'd love to see you in Flight Sim Expo, so make sure you check that out. We'd love to see you in person and maybe have some fun on the casual server IRL, which will be great. But with that being said, take care, everyone. The famous saying that Jason come up with, keep the dirty side down. And we'll see you in the next stream. As always, take care. Goodbye.
Bye.
See everyone.